Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Andrew at Microphonic Designs here at Valley View High School with the Valley View Band, here with my good friend Wayne Winter, who is moving into town here pretty soon to take over this program and do his thing. And he gave me a call a while back and was like, I'm taking this job, we don't have anything, we want to be able to feature some soloists, maybe plug in a synth, you know. And I had the solution for him, and the solution has really come together. This is something that I did for the first time last year with Rizal High School, which they're down near the Waco area. But let me show you what's good. This is what I call the 1A Soloist System. The idea is that we have a compact, all-on-one-cart solution for featuring a soloist to get these a little bit smaller bands some sound so that they can feature those rock star kids. Check this out. Boom, this is the solution. A little dark in the video, let me brighten up the flashlight. We've got a Titan Field Frames side-by-side cart. We've got, in this particular case, the Mackie DRM 215. The speaker option is interchangeable. We could put just about anything on here. For Rizal, I had the DRM 212, so this is little brother, so that part's optional. We've got a small format analog, well, I guess it's sort of a hybrid mixer. It's an analog with mixer with digital effects. This is the Mackie Pro Effects 10 V3, so we've got a little room to grow. We've got the AKG P220 microphone, and the reason that I suggest this mic is because it comes with a hard case that has a really nice foam interior, so that when they're traveling and putting the stuff in the trailer, the microphone and the shock mount is protected in the hard shell case, which is great. Got your standard onstage round base mic stand, as well as the onstage QK2B, the quick release to make it easy to disassemble after performances and football games. And perhaps the biggest rock star of this show is the EcoFlow. I can't remember the model number off the top of my head. What do we have here? The EcoFlow, yes. So this is the point here, is that this is something that I can help your band source. And this is like the perfect little solution, because we've got the microphone, which can just ride up here. So as they're taking the field, the mic and the mic stand can stay on this side of the cart. We're gonna get some Velcro to secure the mixer down to the cart and possibly the battery. And we may also get some Velcro for the speaker, because the Titan frames have that industrial carpet stuff. So with the Velcro, it's not gonna go anywhere. Did a little bit of cable work in the back. This is how we can get it set up. So I got the audio cable here running along the side. Got the power cable there. And it's just a really nice self-contained soloist system. But guess what? They also have the ability to plug in a synthesizer with these extra channels if they so choose to do so. And this is something that I think is missing out there in the larger market as far as like pro audio stuff goes for band. I'm very pleased with this. And this EcoFlow stuff, look at how awesome that is. We've got the speaker turned on, we've got the mixer turned on, and we haven't even plugged it into the wall yet. It came out of the box, 29% battery, shows us how much juice we're drawing, shows us how many run hours we've got, 22 hours of run time, ridiculous. So at 100%, you know, this thing is going to run for days, and it fits like an absolute glove on this cart. You know, I mean, it just is a beautiful solution, I think. So if you are in charge of a smaller band, or you know a smaller band that wants to break into doing the sound stuff, but they don't quite have enough funding to maybe do an entire gigantic system like you see me work on a lot, this, I think, is the way forward. Get in touch. Again, I call this the 1A system. You do not have to be a 1A band to buy it. But the idea is that, again, this is for smaller bands that don't have the need for a huge electronic system, and they just want to be able to have a little bit of sound out there for maybe a synth, you know, for a little bit of low brass support, and then to feature a soloist with a single mic. Or you could even plug in 2 mics if you wanted to go crazy, but 1 mic, even for a duet, would be plenty. So we did record a few minutes ago, before I did this video here, a bit of walkthrough on the gear. So I'm gonna splice that at the end of the clip here. But if you've got questions, would like to talk to me about this, get in touch. You can reach me. It's microphonicdesigns.com/contact. I've got like the form you can fill out, or If you're a fan of phone calls, you can book a call with me. I've got the Google thing on there. You can book a call. I'd love to chat with you about it. I think this is a very elegant solution. If you can't tell, I'm absolutely tooting my own horn here, but I'm just really excited about it is all. So take care. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the product detail stuff we're about to look at. Peace. Okay, so on this mixer, right now we're using just channel 1 for our single microphone there. And I've color coded the cable and what plug, because even though we have one mic, I still want us to know, hey, this is the connector that we're going into. This little button here, we don't necessarily have to worry about for the microphone. So we're gonna make sure that this is in the up position, which if you look closely, you'll see there's a little white line that indicates it's turned off. Low cut, we want to make sure that is activated. So when it's off, it's in the up position, and when it's turned on, it's in the clicked down position. This first knob here is our gain. This is what we are not really able to set today unless if you can get an instrument out and play something for us real quick, but this is what we will mostly want to pay attention to when we get it out for Bandcamp, is where the gain needs to be set, and that has to do with how much boost the microphone signal is going to be getting from the board. I think you might be familiar with that from the previous mixer. It's just, instead of a digital gain, it's this. Compression, we may not need to worry about. We'll see, depends on what is going on. EQs, I've got the 80 hertz low all the way down and the low cut on, so that should hopefully help get rid of wind noise and unwanted low frequencies, things like that. These two, I think, can largely stay the same. Mic positioning and mic technique from the student is going to affect tone and stuff a whole lot more than this is going to be able to. So I really want to emphasize, make sure that whatever students you're going to be putting on this mic are very well trained with where they need to stand in relation and in orientation to the mic itself. This yellow knob here is how much of this channel is going to the reverb. So we have two different knobs here. We've got the effects level, which maybe we put at, there's like a little notch at the 12 o'clock position, so we could keep that there. And then this is how much of the signal we're sending to the reverb. So another way to think about it is how much reverb do we want on the Soloist? That's this yellow knob here. And it says effects on there, just, that's what that is. Panning, we just need to keep that in the middle because that's left, right, and we have just the one for now. And then level, this is your fader. This is what would normally be a slider, is this thing. And again, it has a little notch at U, which is unity, which is kind of the standard amount. Got a mute button. And that's really it. We've got the effects engine set to number 6, which is reverb hall or concert hall. You could try a couple of the other ones. You rotate the dial and click it in to select, but I'll start you out on number 6. So again, feel free to mess with that whenever you want.
And the FX mute is just a mute button?
Yeah, if you needed to hear it, like if you wanted to try just the Soloist just to hear them dry, you could hit the effects mute button. And then we've got our main level over here, which again has a notch at unity, which is sort of the max. And so there's going to be a little bit of interplay between where the level settings are here and then on the back of the mixer, or I'm sorry, the speaker as well, because we do have channel 1 input gain, which you'll see they also have a little U for unity, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where it needs to be, right? And then we also have a main volume control. So there's a few different points of volume control along the way, gain and volume. So when you turn it on for the first time, remember that you're gonna have to adjust these dials to actually get sound. And maybe we'll do that now. So I'm gonna put this at the notch just below unity. We'll put this at -12. And let's turn this up here. We'll get our mic down. Okay, so plus 48 volt, phantom power, that's gonna turn the mic on. So this mic that we have, the AKG P220, does require phantom power. And we're gonna activate that so that it turns on. And now we should be able to get levels. Check, check, 1, 2, test, check, check. Why am I not getting levels? There it is. Check, test, 1, 2. So the gains are just going to have to be a little bit higher than I thought. So let's put that at unity. There we go. You can see see now it's picking up my voice from even over here. See that?
Gotcha.
Check. There it is. Yeah, that works. So again, where the student sits in orientation and how their playing position is going to be really important. This reverb is probably going to be a lot. So we could turn that down a little more, right? Yeah. So that is just a quick walkthrough. And let's go ahead and just turn that down.